Let me tell you a lie. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. That's total BS. Poppycock. It's pure claptrap. Here's a couple words of the day for you, too. Winners quit all the time, probably more often than anyone else, and they quit decisively and without regret. While we're at it, here's a few more lies. A customer is always right. Everything happens for a reason. There are no stupid questions. But I digress. So back to the winner never quitting platitude nonsense. Winners learn how to quit doing the wrong things at the right time. Make no mistake, it is much more difficult to close a business than to keep going. The loss to your pride, letting go of sunk cost, letting others down, the hit to your ego and social reputation, all of it. Change is always tougher than just continuing with the status quo. Even if the thing that you are doing now is dumb and uncomfortable, change to the human brain is more uncomfortable and scary. So we just keep plodding forward, often blatantly ignoring the sirens and the flashing red lights. The highest leverage move you can make right now is not a new strategy, it's not a new market, and it's not more headcount. It is firing yourself from the job that you've been doing that somebody else should own. You've probably already know which job that is. You've probably told yourself that, it's just temporary. You've tried handing it off. It keeps coming back to your desk. Steve Jobs fired himself from operations. Reed Hastings fired himself from content. Satya Nadella fired himself from product. Every one of them found one key missing multiplier to take the seat, and everything changed. I created the missing multiplier diagnostic to name your seat. You can get it below, and you can fire yourself from a seat somebody else should own. Another compulsion that we are fighting here is we are naturally biased towards wishful thinking, particularly if it is something that is of our creation, where we have ego and identity attached to it. Great business leaders just know when to hold them and when to fold them. A friend of mine I was just talking with had started 12 different companies and quit them all. Number 13 made him worth now over $100 million. And he would never have gotten to number 13 if for not quitting the 12 before it. Another guy I know ran a very respected glossy magazine for 2 decades. After the recession, it started to struggle financially. No one on the outside knew, as it was still the belle of the ball. He continued to never quit until he almost lost it all. Finally, some sense was talked into him, and he quit doing the magazine and instead built a research website, which 3 years later sold for $30 million, which is about 30 million times more than what his previous never quit business would have been worth in the same 3-year window. I often refer to my buddy Mark Sparks. Mark, who I deem one of the best entrepreneurs that I know, has started more than 50 companies. A dozen of them he successfully sold for small fortunes. It is not the dozen successful companies that I admire most about Mark's track record. It is the 38 that he quit. I am telling you, it is much harder than riding and steering the rocket ship of those 12 successful ones. I have seen him pour tons of time, love, and money into a new business, only to find out later that he pulled up the stakes and folded up his tent. Most often, it is not because he couldn't have made it work, it just would have cost him too much time for too little upside. What he once thought was the upside shifted. So instead of continuing to chase it and throw new money at the new sober reality of the smaller return, he just cuts his losses now and allocates his time, energy, and money to a new project that has a better odd of being a grand slam. This is such an important lesson. I really hope that you're getting this morning. This is not only applicable in entrepreneurship and building companies. This is true in every area of your life. Knowing when to hold them and when to fold them in your relationships in your life, in projects that you're working on, in committees or obligations that you're signed up for. Ask yourself this question. If you cut your losses and repoint the same time, energy, and resources elsewhere, could you get a far greater return, value, result, or enjoyment? If so, then fold them now. Feel that pit in your gut? See, that's what you can't do, what most can't do. So they keep investing in the low return areas of their life. Oh, before we go, how about a few other stupid lies we hear just for fun? How about, it's better to be safe than sorry. Good things come to those who wait. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So in the comments below, tell us, what might you need to quit so that you can win elsewhere? And what are the other lies that are popular in our society that we need to call out? Like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. There are a lot of old dogs like me on Darren Daily, learning new tricks to become better every day. Bam!